Hello, everybody. This is Debesh, the info security researcher. Today is Saturday. I am again here with another tech podcast. This is called IIT Bombay Alumni Speak. Here, I chat with an alumnus of IIT Bombay, Indian Institute of Technology, Bombay, and discuss with their topic. So, today's guest speaker is Dr. Swarnendu Bhattacharya, who is an expert of data science and artificial intelligence. So, without much ado, let us bring the guest on the screen.
Hi everyone.
Hi, hi, Swarnendu. Welcome to the podcast. And
Hi Debesh.
yes,
Thank you. Thank
thank you
you for
very much
inviting me.
for joining this podcast show. And as we know the topic title is there in the slide image. But before going to the topic of the podcast, which is AI and data science and its future, and before that, can you briefly just introduce yourself, like who you are and what you do, before starting with the topic?
Am I audible?
Yes,
Uh,
yes.
okay. So I would like to thank all of you and thank the platform for giving me a platform to speak today on AI. My brief background has been I have been I have studied in Calcutta all throughout in Don Bosco's medical entrance, and therefore, like a plan B, I had gone for mechanical engineering, and from there on, I had done my mechanical engineering at Future Institute in WBUT. After that, I had gone to NIT Trichy and completed my masters. Soon after, I also did my PhD in computational mechanics from IIT Bombay. So this was my academic foundation, kind of. And after IIT Bombay, or rather when I was in IIT Bombay, at that period of time, I was very much busy into several different kinds of computational mathematical problem solving. So inherently, when I took up job opportunities after my PhD, it was something related to maths. So uh, in the initial few days, I was working with a company from First Source Solutions. There, I was working in the Amex office at Malad. I was doing some credit card modeling. I also happened to do some financial analysis from World Quant, and then I had worked for Cognizant in Calcutta. That was the COVID period, so I was working there. And soon after, about last 2.5 years, I've been working in India. So all these years, or this last 6 years, which I've been working in data science actively prior to academic foundations, uh, and therefore I've been fortunate enough to be a part of this kind of endeavor, which is a bit different to what I had learned in my academics. It was engineering and mechanical, but I'm working in computer science. But yes, so that was my journey.
Okay, thank you very much. And now, this is first topic, AI and data science future trends. So please
Sure,
tell about that. And if you want, you can use a presentation and share your presentation.
sure.
So share
I'm
your
going
screen.
to share a
Yes, yes,
PPT.
yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So, uh, so as I said, I wanted to be a doctor, and I had basically started aspiring for becoming a cardio doctor, cardiothoracic surgeon. But I ended up becoming a doctor in a different field in mechanical engineering. So soon after, I've been working into data science. I've been working with World Quant. I've done some credit risk and model development at Amex, and the latest of which I've been working with Unilever as a forecast specialist, as well as working on the supply chain side of things. So, before we deep dive onto, is my screen visible to
Yes,
everyone?
yes, I think it is. Yes, it is visible. Yes, and
Okay.
which way you like?
And please do,
Yes, is it okay or?
yeah, please do stop me.
Yes,
Yeah, please do stop me whenever you have any question, because I'm happy to answer questions more rather than. So feel free to nudge me and tell me where you feel caught up. So
yes,
before we deep dive into uh,
ye-
specifically data science and AI trends, I would first want to give a brief overview of the global economy at place, because everything is kind of tied down to economy. So if every kind of AI or research or data science whatsoever can only be present if there is enough funds to support that kind of research. So right now, as I speak, there has been some kind of easing of interest rates from government banks, from global banks. There is also a GDP growth which has been pegged by World Bank at about 3.2%. There was a very steep inflation which was there in developed markets in UK and US, which is kind of stabilizing, but again, there is a looming war kind of situation. There is a trade war, there is a tariff war which is going on. And so, therefore, although it looks like we were kind of going to stabilize now, right now the KPIs do show that it is kind of stabilizing, but we don't know what is going to happen. So right now, as I speak, I'm working with Unilever, and there we are in the business of making household, or as they tell you, CPG, consumer goods. So which is there for perhaps every household now. But although it may look that we are selling soaps, or maybe we are selling shampoos, or maybe a soup, although very I mean trivial things which we use every day, but the entire supply chain of things is truly global, because we have to procure things from one part of the world, we have to stack things in other part of the world, we have to sell things in India as well as in several other places. So all in all, economy kind of drives us, and all our prices, including food grains to oil prices to climate change regulations, everything are in line with how you look at it. So it is not only a picture of AI, but it's also a picture of how AI can support supply chain. So today, I would first like to talk about supply chain pain points, because I work in supply chain, and I thought that maybe I'll take up this platform and opportunity to talk about how supply chain works, and how do we need AI there, how do we use data science there today. So As you may be aware that supply chain prediction of demand is like an astrologer who is trying to predict what is going to happen tomorrow with you or me. So it is that difficult, and there is that amount of uncertainty. So as such, demand is unpredictable, and then with complexities of supply chain across the world, with food prices unstable, with inflation, with raw materials being stopped by some countries over some feuds, it is complete zone of mayhem for unpredictability of demand. So that is one aspect wherein demand prediction is a very big topic which is being handled using time series modeling. Then we have the problem of in a company which is CPG specific. We have several sources of data. It could be ERP data, it could be POS data, it could be data lying in pieces which we don't even know. Maybe a data which is being sold at a retailer space on the type of products, some advertisement data, some churn data. So problem is we log data, and we are a data savvy nation as well as a data savvy company. But the way of logging and logging in a way such that it could be really usable is something which we need to work on, because any machine learning model, any data science model, any AI model always speaks of the fact garbage in, garbage out. So if you put in garbage, you cannot expect big revelations and insights out of it. So there are two problems which I found while working here, and that could be extreme unpredictability of the normal demand at the customer end. And there is the problem of logging that particular data. And then again, people before the age of data science coming into forecasting for supply chain, they used to have manual processes. They used to have uh, kind of processes wherein you know exactly how much you are going to sell, and with that assumption they used to put numbers, and they used to be off 100%, and they were okay with it. If they were off 100%, they were ready to produce 100% more goods year on year, season on season, wastage, and then again selling it at dirt cheap prices because they would otherwise go waste. So all in all, uh, these are some of the pain points which are there in supply chain, and a resilient supply chain or a supply chain which has access to every kind of AI and data science should address these points. Is there any question which anyone has?
I hope if somebody, then they will write in a comment, we can see the comment here in the chat.
Yeah, I am not able to see the comments because I am full screen on here. So please
Yes.
do
Now
pause. Yeah,
we'll take the comments later after
yeah.
presentation.
So, as you know, forecasting is one of the pillars of data science. And when in supply chain, forecasting happens to be one of the most important aspects wherein data science is used. So, pre-digital era, that is, now we are in AI era. There was a time when there were even no computers, right? So, at that point of time, all these ERP was also not present. So everyone used to make bills out of it, and people used to log the bills. People used to look at the signature of the bills, and then try to understand what is the demand out of it. So gone are those days, but still the processes and the people associated with it, or the mentality out of it, has not yet evolved that much. So we see uh, From the pre-digital era when computers came in, we have spreadsheets and thus some normal statistical models like ARIMA-based models, or it could be a simple moving average-based model. Simplistic models which are easy to be done in Excel became what forecasting was. Then, as we went ahead in the computer science era, came the ability to add several external variables to it. It could be seasonal adjustments, it could be some external variable adjustments like what happens in time series, mostly holidays, some promotions, some prices, all of the external variables which one can think of, supply chain problems whatsoever. So all of these combined with the age-old methods, where basically is how forecasting is done, or maybe are where the foundations of forecasting lie. So you may say that why so much forecasting, and why it is, how does it help a CPG? So it helps in increasing your inventory. As I said, if you can predict within certain conformal limits, you can produce that much, you can alter your demand that much, you can alter your signals to factory to produce less or to produce more. You don't give a flattish thing, which eventually results in the next part, which is waste is on minimum. And if waste is minimum, plus if you're able to predict the right things at the right place, imagine a Tesco, or imagine a case like maybe Reliance Geomart, wherein always if you want to find a 650 ml shampoo, you always find it there, so you're never out of place. So if that is the case, wherein you have high on shelf availability, you minimize the waste, you also have improved accuracy. So this is how forecasting benefits a supply chain. And as I had put before, that there are many complexities which we can think of. Out of my head, three things which comes to me instantly is how data is being lost, what is the complexity? How many SKUs are you going to predict? At what granularity are you going to predict? It is daily, or is it weekly, or is it monthly? And then again, the manual processes needs to go, because if there is a manual process, that will never be logged, and so no insights can be generated out of it. So there are some advancements in forecastings which have happened as of today. So there are many different models which have come up. So in the machine learning world, we say that you have a parametric model and then you have a non-parametric model. Now, parametric model helps you to solve equations which are where the matrix is invertible, right? But most of your cases in the world, they do not follow that, or rather the data may be sparse or something. You may not always get an invertible matrix. So for those particular use cases, there are many machine learning tools which we use, and the likes of which are mostly tree based algorithms, decision tree based algorithms, boosting based algorithms. Now, to get the best of both worlds, what we tend to do is no one size fits all. A tree based algorithm may work for someone, but a normal ARIMA may work for something else, and a moving average may work as well. So, we tend to do an ensemble modeling. We tend to understand which part of your portfolio caters to what kind of modeling, and then we tend to do that. With the advent of cloud platforms, normally with Azure, GCP, and Amazon coming into picture, they also have many in-house, extremely well-built algorithms, which may not cater to every use case, but you also have the chance to explore so many different kind of algorithms. So there are many neural network-based algorithms which are present in the inherent cloud platforms. Add to that the advantage of auto ML, which you can use. So that really makes your world very easy, wherein you can explore different kinds of algorithms all under one roof. So the if you want to get better insights out of data, so it has been said that you need to provide as much information as possible. So just as forecasting is like astrology, so as much information you provide to your astrologer, he may be able to better predict you. So, therefore, it's not only your sales data, it may be social media interactions, it may be weather data, it may be auxiliary data like holiday calendar for that particular country. How is the mobility using Google Mobility? What are some external signals like promo signals or price signals? So one has to make a comprehensive data set, uh, and that data set is only helpful for getting any insights. Forget even prediction or moving ahead. What has happened in the past? Which prediction or which kind of customer loves? Which kind of customer are we losing out? Which kind is my shareholding? All of that is kind of covered in as much data sources which you can provide. So just recently, about 1 or 2 years before, we were onto this. We were using boosting algorithms, we were using decision tree algorithms, we were using ensemble approaches for machine learning algorithms. But then again came the transformer in the forecasting. So in the forecasting space, what we see is several attention-based models quickly picked up for NLP purposes. Now NLP is also like predicting the next word in the sequence. Most of the GPT algorithms or attention algorithms cater to that. While in my use case, we have to predict the next sales. So there is a kind of analogy and there is a kind of similarity there, and as a result there are many time series based models which have recently come up, and they have been able to do zero shot forecasting and one shot forecasting, which is essentially if you launch a new product tomorrow, you do not have enough data to predict what will be the sales, but with such kind of feasibility you have these advancements wherein you can do zero shot forecasting and one shot forecasting. Do you have any questions till
No,
now?
it is okay. You please continue.
So, all in all, this up till that point, we could find that these were different algorithms. Then there were transformer-based algorithms and different algorithms which we used to cater to. But now again, there is this new thing wherein you typically don't need to do anything or you don't need to employ a coder to do it. So, such is the change in the data science world today. That previously, when we used to do RPA or robotic process automation, there used to be a centralized model. There used to be only certain set of rules which used to be there, and there used to be manual recalibration. Think of it like as a chatbot for maybe Air India, wherein you used to upload something, and whenever it used to have problems, it used to say, "I'm connecting you to an agent," right? And that agent used to be human beings. So, but today the agentic AI architecture has evolved so much that it is able to learn from past responses. It is able to understand rules which have not been fed to it and know by the basic philosophy that we should go by this rule. It has several different algorithms in place. It also has several different operations in place. So that is basically the difference between today's agentic AI architecture and traditional AI architecture. So I'll again talk about a CPG transformation wherein you can use an agentic AI. So let's say you have a promo forecaster, which is an agent, which optimizes your demand with respect to promotion. It uses all your promo data in the past. It also adjusts your sales according to promo. Then you have a cost sensing agent, So which real-time sales data, it again enables or understands what those real-time sales dynamics are at the customer end. And then again, if there is any risks which are happening, like the immediate Trump tariff war, or if there is any shipping problem, so there is another agent at place. So you can see that you have three different agents monitoring 24 into 7 for 365 days, all these different things at one place. Then you again have a data aggregation agent which aggregates all these data sources into a master data. You have a forecasting agent which forecasts. You don't have to sit back. It again forecasts basis the model which best fits a particular time series. And then finally, there is a fine tuning inventory level forecast insight optimizer, which basically sets your inventory level according to customer satisfaction and resource allocation. So as you can see, there is a demand forecaster, there is a risk monitor, and then there is a supplier agent. So all these agents are working together to improve demand forecasting, monitor the risk, and again manage the supply chain. So this is basically what I see as the future in which different agents can really contribute to different forecasting scenes, as well as they can also be super efficient and non-reliance on human 24 into 7 for such kind of things. But with the advent of agents, there are many problems which we see even in data science, wherein we see that there are many job uncertainties which are coming up. Age old data scientists or age old statisticians are getting replaced. So, what I follow is what I can share with most of the people is that, do you love to analyze, and are you a storyteller? Are you a problem solver? Then you can learn the different agentic frameworks, can master the prompt engineering, can develop a business acumen relevant to any particular field. It may not be CPG, it may be any different field, and you can just learn that particular agent architecture, and probably you'll be more valuable because one human can now become a superhuman, and we are all in looking for that superhuman who can take out the painful work of so many people working together. So yeah, that was what I had, and feel free to ask me any questions if you have.
Yes. So that AI agents, you mentioned that AI agents for different jobs. Now, in this supply chain uh, use case, so is the AI agents now in the action, like in the supply chain, whatever is running in the world?
So you see, it is an early stage. Okay, so we are in the exploration
Okay.
stage, wherein a lot of companies and lot of startups and even matured startups, they have different agents at different levels. And so right now we are in that phase of understanding how much of the workload can they take up, how much resilience those systems are. Because what is there is, uh, in a bid to be efficient, they can do anything to be efficient. So, do they have the ethics in place? Do they have the regulations in place? So, these are things which we look into. And yes, as I speak, there are certain processes which are gradually being replaced by AI agents. But yes, the main workhorse is still not. But again, we are in the exploring phase.
Okay. I can see one comment. A question is coming. So we can see the question. I mean, I will display it. So can you see this?
Yeah,
This is
so this
Yogesh from IIT
Yogesh.
Bombay. There is a risk of hallucinations in AI models. How can we reduce the errors that can be introduced by such hallucinations in AI enabled forecasting?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So very true that we find hallucinations in the AI model. So hallucination is an aspect. See, there are many open source AI models over and on top of which, if you can train that AI specific model to your particular data set, it does not have to be a company data set, it has to be a specific, maybe retrieval augment, or if you do. So what it really helps is it helps to understand that where you can go wrong, rather than relying completely on AI. What we can easily identify is where are you going wrong, where are your chances that your AI architecture will not be that efficient. So maybe we will put that particular part of the portfolio, uh, I mean, with some human interest. And the other part of the portfolio, wherein you have lots and lots of automation to be done, can be done easily.
Okay. Yogesh has put another comment.
Mhm. Yeah.
Also, the
Also, the
PPT mentioned learn agentic framework and prompt engineering. I have
Mhm.
seen prompt engineering courses on Coursera. Please elaborate what you mean by learning agentic framework. Thank you.
Okay, so if you see, there are many agentic frameworks which have come up lately. So, prompt engineering is one aspect wherein you know how to use the AI. But then, if you want to build the AI, there are many platforms for agent AI. It could be, if you want the open source names, it could be Crew AI, it could be AutoGen. So you probably have to learn how to orchestrate AI using AutoGen, uh, how to orchestrate AI using Crew AI, how to use Hugging Face if you probably use only open source, how to use Hugging Face or how to use DeepSeek using all these agentic platforms. So prompt engineering will only help you to identify or make the AI do things. So, what is the language which you should speak to AI? So, it is that part. But the other part is, how do you get out of AI? How do you build something? Like the first question you have regarding hallucination. How do I build something? What framework do I use? So those kind of questions can be answered by agentic framework, and that is also there in Coursera. If you talk about it, it is there in deeplearning.ai. So you can search up Crew AI or AutoGen in Coursera, and you may as well get courses from different US colleges.
Okay. So these jobs means, as you have also shown in your presentation, that these jobs, this forecasting before AI, statistically it used to be done earlier, isn't it? When computers came.
True. Mm,
So
mm.
what was the difference? Like what are the main difference of introducing AI with the statistical analysis of the data? I mean, what is going to be the advantageous position? Will it just reduce some um human statistical analysis, or is the AI is doing the statistical analysis with that models, or
Yeah. So my experience has been is that, let's say you go to a typical region in which maybe you have 5,000 or 25,000 SKUs, right? Now, for the 25,000 SKUs, probably you have 50 demand planners, right? Now, each of the demand planners have to cater to 500 SKUs, right? And that too at every week or every day. You tell me, is it possible to really understand and plan for them every day? Or rather, even if they do it, there will be some fatigue, there will be some errors. So that used to happen previously, wherein you used to use statistical models, you used to use ARIMA models, Excel based models, and they could not be scaled to all the SKUs. So what happened is machine learning came in, and since machine learning has the advantage of using cloud data platforms, wherein you can scale and take up huge data sources and work upon them, as a result, we were able to produce accurate forecasting, or even not accurate forecasting, somewhat accurate forecasting for majority of the SKUs. Now, what is happening is this part of the work wherein data scientists used to understand how to do the data analysis, how to do, and part of data science is data cleaning, because there was a connection in it. Okay, so you get so
Okay.
many data. So all of these processes, data cleaning, data orchestration, then again understanding the insights from data, all of this part of the work can be easily done by agents, because they are fixed kind of works. They don't need much innovation. Now in the part where innovation needs to be done, you can always keep a AI with human in the loop. It is never ever mentioned in any AI architecture that human in the loop can't be present. Less number of humans. Instead of 50 human, you may need 5 humans. But you will always need a human in the loop for interventions. So that thing is there. But again, if you want to work at scale, these things will help you to work at scale.
Okay, it makes sense. So it is AI is helping to reduce the manpower as well as to improve the I
Efficiency.
mean analysis,
Yeah.
the predictability of the I mean the end
Yeah.
result.
Yeah.
And I don't work. I don't have any experience of working there, but some people they told that there are enough data created while using the AI models, which are which are you can say the waste data. Is it true? Means
So if you
some
see, don't know in what context that has
means
been
unused.
said.
Yes, yes.
Hmm.
Unusable data
So,
means those are results
hmm.
which are too much of analysis and results AI produced, but uh, some of
so
a
if
major
you
part is
see,
not usable.
hmm. So if you see, data is of many kinds. One is a structured data, which you get in Excel or in tables format or in ERP format. Another is unstructured data, one which you get in videos, in songs, in perhaps in comments in Facebook. So that is completely unstructured data which you are working on. Now, if you look at the entire division of data in this world, you will see that only 40 to 50%, 40% of data, or even lesser than that, is probably structured data. But 60% of data which we generate every day, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and all of that, is unstructured data, right? Now, imagine a AI architecture which has been trained on structured data that has taken maybe an electricity worth of a town to train, because Microsoft says to train ChatGPT every year, at least 1 million is spent every day, right? So if a city worth of electricity is being spent just to understand structured data, then imagine what will happen if you want to process unstructured data, because unstructured data is very difficult to process in order to be made sense of. You have to understand how to do video analytics, you have to understand how to use. So there is more probability in which, so there is a new field of AI which is known as multimodal AI,
Okay.
and that field is extremely expensive, data intensive and expensive process. So, but yes, the insights can be really captivating from them. But half of our trained data is mostly Wikipedia, or maybe Reddit, or maybe Google search, or all the books in the world. So if you even look at GPT-2 and GPT-3 and look at the papers for them, you will see that this is the source of data, which is also unstructured. I would not say they are all structured, but question is they are much more structured than video or any other forms of data which is being generated every day.
Okay. Okay. So you are since you are working inside this field, so what will be your advice? Like I see all every company or even say single entrepreneurs, everybody is trying to use AI some way or the other in their daily business. So what is your advice? Like how what should be their strategy to adopt AI or to check the feasibility whether AI is at all relatable to their business, and uh, what should be the
So
strategy?
if you see, there are many people with many different mindsets. Okay, one is customer specific companies, right, who provide AI service to people, right? And then there are companies which use this service. First part, that is the companies which provide service for AI. Pitches from several companies wherein the age old process automation which was done is being rebranded as AI and being sold.
Yes.
And 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 they do not have, or probably for that use case it is not even needed. You don't need a very sophisticated model to do that. A normal chatbot, you do not need so many sophistication, because you are well away with maybe one or two agents sitting behind for 2 or 3 hours who can handle the workload. So why again take a 24 into 7 agent and do that? So robotic process automation, or maybe claim adjustment, claim adjudication, all of these processes. So these many consultant companies, they come up with excuses to say RPA as AI. So that's why I made a clear demarcation between traditional AI and agentic AI. Traditional AI should not be confused with agentic AI, because agentic AI does not need uh, to be fed with external rules every day. It looks at your response, it understands your response, it has several systems which it can interplay with, and it starts and takes decisions on its own. So it is an autonomous system, which is very much different to what is being pitched and what is being said about AI every day. So if you see in LinkedIn, 60% of the traffic or 65% of the traffic is such kind of AI, which is just being rebranded as AI but is not AI. Okay. And then there are about 25 to 30% where in real AI use cases are being used. And they're really LLM engineers, and LLM specific apps are being developed. But the use case is far fewer than what is being advertised. So that's my observation. Probably somebody could be differing with me as well.
Yes, correct. And finally, what will be your advice? Like everybody, say the passing out students from, say, the undergraduates, and everybody is trying to get into AI. So, what is your advice to them that how they should start
So, so
incorporating AI
my
into their?
yeah.
Yes, please.
So my only suggestion to any pass out students or maybe who wants to understand AI is just like anything, one has to understand the basics. Okay, so foundation of AI is always deep learning, neural networks, computer science programming. People may say coding is becoming obsolete, right? All the code can be handled by chat GPT. But there was somebody who designed a neural network to train a GPT, right? And so tomorrow, when there will be a need, and why did this need come? Because there was certain use case which it could solve initially. Then it improvised. So I would always think that there would be need for programmers. So I would tell students first to learn programming very well, be very confident with programming. Next in line comes mathematical basics, normal statistics, normal insights. Understanding of insights is far more important than simply jumping onto AI and talking some AI specific terms. It does not make any sense because 80% of your problems are solved without AI even today in industry, and for that you need common sense and statistics. That has got at least in data science, that that has got no criteria for AI. It has to be simple data cleaning. You need to know how to do coding to do cleaning, and you need to know how to use that cleaned data to get some insights. That's got nothing to do with AI as of today. So I don't know what is going to happen tomorrow, but as of today, programming, normal basics of programming, data structures, algorithms, understanding statistics, understanding machine learning, understanding neural networks, understanding different use cases where they are used, that is sufficient in order to at least set your first foot, and then you can find your passion. If you think agent AI is for you, if you think AI is for you, you can go there, because AI is there today. Tomorrow it may change to something else, but you cannot always change to that every day.
Okay, excellent analysis and advice, and we can thank Ogesh put another comment. Thank you for the detailed answers. So thank you, Yogesh, for writing your comment and asking the questions. And if you want to say anything else, like I always try to chat with a fellow IIT alumnus. So, what is your opinion about this IIT Bombay alumni speak?
Your voice, I
Maybe
think there is a
yeah.
connection disruption.
There was a connection disruption because I could not see you. So, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Yes. So, my question is that what what is your um, comment about the this? I tried to chat with a fellow IIT alumnus. So, this IIT Bombay alumni speak. What is your opinion about this? Uh, these efforts, like IIT Bombay alumni speak. What is your opinion? Can you hear me? Your connection is disrupted. I cannot see you moving. Maybe Swarnendu's connection is Okay, it seems Swarnendu, your connection is not there. Uh, I I can thank Swarnendu. If Swarnendu comes back, we'll have some again some chat with him. But it seems the connection is disrupted. But anyway, Swarnendu presented and discussed AI and data science specifically to solve the pain points of the supply chain of the industry. And oh, he has come back again. Okay. Ha. Yes. There was a connection from your. Yeah. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay. Yes. So my point is that what is your opinion about this section of the podcast? Like I always wanted to chat with a fellow IIT Bombay alumnus from other part from India as well as abroad. So, what is your opinion about this IIT Bombay alumni speak?
Yeah, it has always been a pleasure. I mean, being hosted by my alma mater, and IIT Bombay was a dream for me to study, and so therefore I had gone to pursue my PhD there. It was a very enjoyable experience. The years I have been there, and so today, when the same platform asks me to speak, it is most enjoyable day of my life, wherein I do find that today I am speaking, maybe tomorrow somebody else will, and I will get to hear and from the institute as well as any information from there will always be extremely helpful to me for my betterment of career, as well as if I can help people from the same fraternity, nothing like it.
Yes, thank you very much. I will continue to try this section of the podcast, and I'm so grateful that you have agreed to expose yourself live and described your experience in AI and data science with a special use case where you are engaged in for some years. And so we'll meet again with another episode with maybe some another use case or something else. So I should
Yeah.
thank you from the bottom of my heart. And this
Thanks.
stream,
I also want to
yes.
thank you for giving me the opportunity. Thanks, Debesh. Thanks a lot.
Yes, and this stream will be recorded on LinkedIn as well as YouTube. So later also on the same link, uh, anybody can watch it or ask it. So if you have any question, you can connect with Swarnendu Bhattacharya on LinkedIn and directly chat with him and ask questions. So we'll close this live stream here. So thank you very much, Swarnendu. So let us say
Thanks.
bye for now. We'll connect again on LinkedIn, maybe in person someday, somewhere. Okay. Okay.